Hello, beautiful souls. So, let's talk about your freedom, the freedom of your soul, and the wheel of karma, and how this works through different lifetimes. So, we are having a journey, an infinite, immortal journey as a soul throughout the universe in different lifetimes. So each lifetime carries different lessons. In many of these lives that I have seen until now, in the different past life regressions that I do, many of these lives just have one or two big lessons. Sometimes you carry 4 or 5 lessons, but usually you're just gonna have 1 or 2 big lessons in life. All the lessons that your soul comes here to learn are related to the wisdom of love. This is the real wisdom, the wisdom of love in life. So, the wisdom of love is what Christ came to explain to us, what Buddha tried to explain to us as well, what the gifts of the Holy Spirit are related to. These are the 72 names of God. These have to do with virtues. What we come here to learn are our virtues that are related to love, to the wisdom of love. So this is why I tell you about the 72 names of God and the virtues of the Holy Spirit. And everything has to do with our ethics at the end. Everything is related to that. So the wisdom of love, in a simple explanation, has to do with loving ourselves and loving everything, loving life, loving others, everyone, loving everyone, understanding everyone with compassion, forgiving ourselves and others. And the compassion has to do with the understanding with love and the love as it is, love in all its ways. So when you are getting these lessons, when you are acknowledging any of these lessons, they can have different forms. And this is why we change our positions in the acting places that we take. Sometimes we're the wife, we're the husband, we're the child, we're the teacher, we're the student. It depends on the different lives the roles that we decide, and then we contract. This is our soul contract. We make different soul contracts to choose different personas to get and gain these particular lessons that we're gonna have to gain. If you don't get it in one life, you're gonna get it in the next one. So each one of these lessons, what it's going to imply is a process of crossing over our dualities. A duality is anything where you see there's a good side and a bad side, light and shadow, inside and outside. So we're overcoming all our inner dualities until we open ourselves to the wholeness, to the oneness, we call it. There's the law of oneness in the universe. So once you cross the line of any duality, and this is why forgiving, having compassion, and having unconditional love are, for me at least, the 3 primordial processes to acknowledge in this life and to feel. No, so this is, you don't understand it here. You just open your heart. What we come here to do, as Christ said, we come here to open our hearts and our minds and our soul to the spirit that is pure light. There are no differences inside the spirit experience. This is why when people go to the light in the past life regressions, when I take them to the light, because I think it's very important to do this moment of the regression. When people are inside the light, they are always going to feel the same. They feel peace, they feel everything shines. There is calmness in that state, and there is a loving and unconditional love in that state, because that's the real state of our spirit. of our soul. And I say spirit and soul because our soul is going up the ladder through this travel around the universe to become again the spark of God, the Holy Spirit. This is where we're going to, where we're headed to. We're headed to our enlightenment. And enlightenment means becoming again the pureness, the purity of our inner spark, of our Holy Spirit. So yes, it's very sacred, the process of life, and yes, it sounds as if it was religious, but it's more than religion. We're talking about the truth of our souls. So imagine, it's not something superficial, it's the big lesson of life. So just remember, in this lifetime, what do you think is the purpose of this lifetime? What do you think are the big lessons? Try to ask yourself these questions, and this is gonna help you understand that behind the scene, behind the acting, there is a purpose in your life. There is something directing, your higher self is directing your life. And yes, you have chosen this identity, you have chosen the other actors of your play, but the play has a meaning, the play carries lessons, and they are lessons of love and awareness of that love. So have a lovely life, have a lovely journey, and I hope this is useful for you.